Kevin Olson, KitFox STI out in California. So thought I'd try up something a little bit different this morning. It's Saturday and just having my coffee and just got an idea. I wanted to try to make some grips for my control sticks. I purchased from Bow and Arrow the stiff grips, I think they're called, but I love the switch. I'm gonna anodize this a color once I get it finished, but what I wanted to try and do is replace this foam with cork, and I ended up buying a couple of pull down lats for a workout that were already made. They were actually just cheaper than buying a block of cork to start with. So I have a lathe, and I'm gonna I've got one obviously on there right now, so turned it down, and I'm gonna basically make some grooves into it, and this is my inspiration, my wife's brush. Love the handle style for grooves for 4 fingers. Obviously I'm going to make it larger and thicker, but push to talk on top. Hands get sweaty. Cork, it's really nice when your hands are wet and smooth. It's not hot or cold, so I thought it would be a nice material to use for control stick. I don't know if it's going to work. The wall thickness might be too thin to be able to get it to the thickness of the foam, so that I can still use this plastic insert which locks on the push to talk button. So I'm just gonna give it a go, messing around. I thought it'd be kind of fun. Kids aren't up and it's a nice morning, so I just thought I'd come out in the garage and see if I can give it a go. Okay, so it's super thin, but it's totally gonna work. I'll flip it around, drill out. Next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill out the center first, which I should have done. It's been a while since I've used my lathe, but should have done that first, and then I get the centered round. So here's my test one. All right. Okay, so proof of concept on my grip style. Doesn't look pretty, but I love the feel of it. It's got a nice texture grip to it. And if your hands are wet, it'll be nice 2-finger. So I am going to make up a couple of these with the plastic insert. The wall thickness of the cork, it's so thin, it's really flimsy, it's easy, it's the easiest stuff to turn in the world, but it's so flimsy, but with this plastic insert it is just the absolute perfect. Has like a little bit of a, feels like it has just a slight amount of give, and I love it. So 100% calling this a success. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this one on, and I'm going to bore out the hole first, and then I'm going to turn it down to the appropriate size so that when you connect it, there isn't any type of imbalance on how it interfaces. That's probably the best. Look, it's almost flush here, a little bit of overhang here, because when it's spinning it's wobbling, it's so flimsy. So I should have done that first. Just rookie mistake. Haven't used my lathe in like a year, so I'm gonna give it another go. And then obviously I was just kind of winging it. I didn't even measure out the distances and the thickness. I just wanted to see if I could, if I had the right size center drills, that I could do it to make it fit nice and snug, and I do. I'm using, what is this? And it's the perfect size, 1 inch. I was on a 7/8 and it was just too tight. So the plan is I'm going to make up 2 of these, and obviously they're going to go over my carbon fiber forged sticks that I'm making, and I'm going to try and have a nice transition. What I didn't like about these grips is this big blocky lock on either end. It goes on either end of the handle, and I just wanted it to flow more and be nice and, you know, uniform. So total distraction, but I'm at my house, I'm not at the hangar, and I thought this would be kind of fun. And then I'll probably anodize these all black. Bow and arrow, I think they powder coat them, and I've got to send a couple parts out to be anodized, and these are aluminum, so I'm gonna take the switch out, and I'll have these anodized black along with some other parts, and it should be pretty freaking nice. That's it. Okay, so just still messing around with my grips, and I am getting ready to turn down next one. So basically, style I had before, kind of proof of concept. Now I'm going to actually dial it in and try and get it to where it's perfectly flush with the brackets. Challenge, rookie challenge, looks great on that end. The center drill that I'm using, it's not long enough, so I have to take it off the lathe, flip it around, and that is the drawback, is you get a thin on one side, thicker material on the other, so it didn't perfectly line up. It's pretty close as far as the hole drilled, but it's not perfect. So this wall, it's still pretty solid, but it could get thin. I could end up just burning through this and ruining it. So but the plan now is I'm going to measure it out with my calipers. I'm going to mark out the distances for basically the 4 troughs, or 3 ridges for my hand, so my hand will sit in it nice and comfortably, and should work out pretty well. But I'm definitely all in on the Cork handles. You got wet hands, sweaty, whatever, it just it's really comfortable, and I'm enjoying using my lathe again. So I haven't done any turning in a while. So here's what a lot of stuff I'll do. I make like fly fishing handles and hoops that I've been working on. That's something I definitely enjoy from a woodworking standpoint. But I haven't been doing it in a while. I've been a little distracted with my airplane project. So I am gonna get to a little bit of lathing. Okay, so I'm working on my second grip. Trying to improve on what I did here. There's just a little bit of a gap between the 2 black spacers. So I'm going to clean it up. That'll be my passenger side. And if all goes well, this is going to be a left side on KitFox. But you notice how thin the wall is going to be. Obviously I had to cut it down so I can flip it to fit it in the chuck. But it's really easy to turn cork, but it's also really fragile. Like, there's just not It breaks apart really easy. So anyways, I'm just taking it easy, and there we go. Okay, so I just finished doing my first cut off. Super soft. I mean, it wants to just pop right out no matter how much you tighten it down. But that is looking really good. And now I am going to basically part this section. I can't do it on the lathe. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it. Okay, quick update. Haven't cut my sticks down. I'm still building. I'm gonna try to do forged carbon fiber control sticks, but I am super psyched. I've got my Cork grips turned and installed. I mean, they're just sitting on there. I might change where I put the bolts so they don't, it's just comfortable holding on to it. But I am really happy with how it turned out.